Welcome to Steamed Cuisine. I am Bernadette and I'm the owner of this channel. Today I wanted to show you how I make a meal. I'm gonna get a few vegetables together. I'm gonna get a bowl of grain, and I'm gonna have also, I'm not vegan, but I'm gonna cook some tofu. I already have leftovers of. So I make a complete meal for my kids that are gonna arrive in about an hour back home so they can have a meal. I'm going to show you how this different steps that it takes to make a meal with a steam cooker, and the first one is going to be heat the steamer. So let's go. So the first step to make a meal is going to be to heat up your steam cooker. So you're going to have to fill it up to about 2/3 with water. And I usually use my kettle right here, so it fills up faster and the water is already boiling. There you go. I'm probably gonna add a little more so it's filled more than 1/4 here. And we heat some more water. So here are the vegetables I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna make a Asian inspired dish with some green cabbage, some fennel. Leek is one of my favorite onion family vegetables, and a little bit of pepper. I'll add sesame oil and some sesame seeds, olive oil, and sesame oil. Here you go. I'm going to start cutting. I cut them usually in small pieces because it also cooks a little quicker when you cut in little pieces. So here it is. I've cut some yellow pepper, the green part of the leek, some of the white part of the leek. I have still half of my leek already left over. About 1/3 of my green cabbage is cut, and now I'm just gonna finish with cutting the tofu. I like to do that from time to time. I don't use a lot of soy, but I usually do a little bit of organic, maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that, because organic tofu is not made of GMO soy, which I'd rather avoid eating. There you go. So I cut it in little pieces. Usually most of these ingredients will take only 5 minutes to cook. Tofu is mostly reheating. When I cut chicken, it's going to be a little longer, probably 7 to 10 minutes depending on the size of the pieces. So all of this is going to be going to the steam cooker. I'm going to just divide it in two. I'll just put the vegetable on one side, the tofu on another, and then I'll mix them up in a pan and season. Now it has been 5 minutes, so we're gonna check if everything is cooked. You'll find out if it's cooked by the color. If it stays a little, it starts getting a little transparent. The vegetable starts getting a little soft. It's easier to cut. But the color hasn't disappeared. You see the vibrant green from the leek still there, the vibrant yellow from the pepper. And I don't really need a knife, but if I really need to show you with a knife, it's fairly easy to find out. You just point in there. See, it's easy to get it. Easy to pierce. That's cooked. That's great. So I'm gonna transfer all this to my pan. The transfer happens right now. Just like whoop. It is not super hot. Actually, I expected it to burn my hand, but it is not super hot. So I'll just up with my wooden spoon, transfer everything in there, and then I'll cook the tofu for like 2-3 minutes, really, because it does not take very much time to heat up. just mix that together and add some oil and sesame seed and let them get friendly and mix up together to get the taste combined. So now that it's combining, I'm going to add some olive oil. So one thing about the good fats is that I don't really need to count how much I put. It's always going to be good as long as you don't burn them. They are nutritionally very good, and any oil that's nutritionally healthy is not going to affect your weight too much, especially if you don't destroy it in the process and change its chemical composition. There you go. And with this, I actually like a little bit of sesame oil that gives it a little bit of a Asian flair. So here you go. And there's always something nice when it's a little crunchy. So I'll add either nuts or seeds, and here are the seeds, the little organic sesame seeds. When it comes to seed, I usually buy organic and in bulk, so it's not actually overly expensive that way. Plus I use them a lot, so it's worth it. And like the black seeds too, gives a little color. There you go. Let it sit a little bit. The fire is still very low, so it just keeps it warm and it doesn't recook the vegetables. That's the last thing I want to do, is to lose this really good nutrients after I spared them through steam cooking. And now I'm going to add the tofu. So the tofu has been in there for like 3 minutes. So see, when I get it, you can see through the video a little bit of the steam coming out. It's still there, and it is really, you can't really, you see it a little bit coming out, but it doesn't really affect any pressure. When you take the top off, it doesn't actually feel like there's pressure coming out. So you can put the fire as high as you want under the steam cooker. All it's going to do is more steam, but it's going to be constant at 205 degrees, 202, 205 degrees, which is below the boiling point of 212. And then I'm going to transfer that into my pan. You can see it from here. There you go. And then I'm going to mix it together in the pan, and I can now put my rice and reheat. So when I take the rice out of the steam cooker, so I don't burn myself, because really when you put your hand in there, you're going to burn yourself. So I have this, which is very convenient. I just take it like that, and I'll take it out, and I'll put it somewhere else so that I don't burn my fingers. It's very convenient. I found that on Amazon. It's fairly easy to find. And hop, it's going to take 5 minutes approximately to reheat that, and then I'll just serve it with the vegetables I made. So now we have the tofu in, which I'm gonna mix. I might add a little bit of more of sesame oil, but you see there is a juice building up from the vegetables, the water, and the oils. And that's really one of my kids' favorite, is the juice. But since I detoxed the food for 5 minutes in the steam cooker, the juice is usually very safe to eat and drink. There you go. I might have to test whether it's salty enough. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of crushed red pepper. Red pepper flakes. Not too much. And a little bit of pepper. If I find it behind this. There you go. So that's gonna be served with rice, and my kids really like this dish. I never really make it exactly the same way. It really depends on what I have in my fridge. But today it's a little more than just green cabbage and tofu and usually onions. But I'm sure they're gonna be super happy when they arrive. Now, the meal I made that's behind me, you see in this pan, and the rice is reheating here. It has taken approximately 20 to 25 minutes to make because the rice was already cooked. Otherwise, it would take probably 10 extra minutes, which I'm usually busy setting the table or having the kids come to the table because it always takes them so much time to get to the lunch table, and so it really doesn't take a lot of time. It's a lot of time my kids like to help me make it, cut some vegetables, so it makes a little family cooking adventure. I do that almost every single day, and then we sit at the table and eat together and chat, and it's really nice. It's also very easy on the stomach to digest, so I really just can only recommend this way of cooking and this way of eating as well, as a matter of fact. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it motivates you to take a step. It's really not that hard. It might actually make your life way simpler to plan and your dinner more enjoyable. Bon appétit. Bye.